And welcome to week 8 of building Jedha City in LEGO. This is getting quite big, as you can see. It's so much taller than a couple of weeks ago when I only had like one or two of those big ugly rock pieces layers. But yeah, all three modules now have 3 layers of those. But as I said last week, I was in desperate need of pieces. So guess what? I got them. Let's see what's in here. Alright, some paper up top covering it. Oh, not up top, it's around. Okay. Well, anyway, dark orange tall bricks. Medium nougat 1x6 bricks. Dark tan 2x2. Now, this is actually quite important. These are dark tan 1x slopes and 2x slopes, and these are essentially going to make those towers around the wall. The entire wall is surrounded by a whole bunch of towers. I counted, there should be about 48 of them, and this should be enough to make all those towers around. So that's gonna be my next focus, actually, making those towers. Anyway, 2x4 medium nougat bricks. Let's see, 1x6 dark orange bricks, 2x6 medium nougat bricks, and another whole bunch of tall 1x2x5 medium nougat bricks. And I was very glad to see that the seller had these. These are 1x16 medium nougat bricks, and I feel this is going to be very helpful for the part of the wall where you have all those towers. So, can I now just, without any bother and running out of pieces, make my wall? Let's see how this goes. Well, I'm just cluttering my desk with a whole bunch of pieces because I just need to conceptualize something in terms of the wall. And after several versions and taking it apart, this is what I've kind of come up with. This is still kind of tentative. I'm not 100% sure if this is going to be the final version, but at least it's something, because I got that part of, the pillars and then the wall, right? The pillars will, of course, have something behind it, and the wall will just be that. I do need to find some kind of a tile. I think I'm going to use the groove tile to go along here. But this is at least something. Yeah, I've conceptualized a couple of things, like completely taking it apart, putting it back together. This is a previous concept that I tried that I didn't really like, to be fair. I will say, I also made this part over here, which is really going around, so that it could technically kind of work, but I'm not entirely sure if this is really the way to go. But you can see those hinge bricks that I ordered earlier are now coming into play quite nicely, I think. So, well, I'm just playing around, but in the meantime, I got another order, so let's unbox this thing. Okay, it seems that they put all of it together in like one big bag, but this is a lot of supporting pieces, which I can show you right here. Just give me one moment. So, as you can see, a lot of just, 2x4 bricks, 1x2 bricks, this is 1x2 plate, 2x4 plate. Yeah, I just needed a whole bunch of that, more 1x2 bricks, a whole bunch of that to work on the internal support, because I'm very much getting to the point now where I need to fine-tune that a little bit, and I can't really build up the way that I was. But yeah, I need more 2x4 plate, 2x2 plate, 2x4 plate. These are, I believe, some bigger plates, 4x6. 2x2 brick. I once again ran out, so I ordered more, of course. More 1x2 brick. And we got some bigger parts. Some 16x16 plates. These are 8x16 plates. And I also got some bigger plates in there somewhere. But yeah, I can't really see everything. But this is just, the gist of it is that this is a whole lot of bricks and plates for the support inside. Because as you can see with the support, I've been building up in a very steady manner here, but I'm now getting to the point where I need to fine-tune that a little bit. And I figured, you know, if I just order a bunch of different sizes of plates and bricks, I can play around with that a little bit more, and it's easier for me to build it upwards in the way that I want. So yeah, let's actually clear my desk now, because yeah, it's very much a mess, and start building on some supports, eh? Alright, so I decided to go with making the stand fit, and as you can see, the Star Destroyer with the stand is fitting now, and this took a while to figure out. That's why I couldn't really do a time lapse, also because I have been doing this on the ground. I can't put this up to my desk, but as you can see, the purple and like pinkish bricks on the outside and the inside, that's where it's attached to the modules. And if you recognize the Star Destroyer stand, that's where, these brown and pink and gray bricks, whatever I used, that is the stand of the Star Destroyer. And I needed to make sure that that fit in quite well. It's a bit tight on the fit, but I did need to make sure that it fits exactly in there. Otherwise it has wiggle room. I don't want that. Underneath here there are some tiles that I actually had lying around, so I was very happy that I had those tiles, and I was able to make sure that it's like pretty evenly divided all throughout the square. It's kind of a square. It's like a rectangle-ish kind of shape. But yeah, this worked really well, and this gives me a very good reference as to how high I can go, because this is where I want, you know, the plates to cut off and start building the city, and kind of use the top of this black Technic beam to be integrated into the city, because I think it doesn't look too weird in the city. Like if you've seen shots of Jedha City from up top, you see that there are some white and some black. There are all kinds of colors all throughout the city, so I definitely think, you know, you can just pass this off as some kind of a house or something. So that was very satisfying to do. I'm very happy that I was able to do this with the new pieces, but now I want to turn my attention over here and continue the rockwork upward, and also see what I can do in terms of detailing on the side. So let's do a time lapse next. Alright, that is looking a whole lot better than it did before, at least in my opinion. Just to make sure that, it's not a monotone rock piece look the way that it was, like this. I will get to this at some point. I'm not sure exactly when, maybe this week, but at least for the moment, I want to continue with this part because I want to continue now that I have gotten up to this point, which for me was the point where I wanted to start with the wall. That's been always my intention, and that's why I was so desperate to get up to this point. So I'm very happy that, it's all the way here now, so that I can start with the wall segment. Now, you saw a little bit of a concept that I made earlier. This is, a bit of a concept. This is nothing final yet, especially because I'm not a big fan of the fact that it just goes in a very straight line. I know that is how it goes here, but I want to play around a little bit with angles if I can. And it's going to be a bit of a challenge. It's going to be very much a trial and error process of figuring out how to make that wall in two different ways, because I need to figure out a way to make it a bit movie accurate, like it goes in certain interesting angles, but also to make sure that it's sturdy, because I have done a lot of conceptualizing already on this, and sturdiness is a big issue, and you want to make sure that it's strong enough. So I just need to sit down and figure something out. I can't really do a time lapse. I don't think that's particularly interesting. So let's just cut to the next point where hopefully I figured out something that works for the wall. So after playing around a little bit with the wall, I think this is the height that I need to go for. This lines up with the Star Destroyer base, and this I think is a pretty good look for the wall. I've used a little bit of different colors, still mostly the medium nougat color, but this way you can see that the 8x8 plates are lining up with the base structure as well, because I want to build this up and finish this up. But I've also realized something. After thinking for a bit, this doesn't really work. These 8x8 plates, they were helpful to give me an outline, but now I'm realizing, well, I can really just do plate up until here and don't waste it over here, because those 8x8 plates are actually meant for this, the city up top, not necessarily for the base of the Star Destroyer. So I also need to order some plates that have this exact width, because over here it's 6x, and it only becomes 8x from the moment that it goes on over there. So I will have to use them over there up on this height. But yeah, for the moment I need to just figure out a way how to take this apart while still having this line up with the other modules, and then also I want to build this up, so that's what I'm gonna do next. All right, this module is now built up to where I wanted it to be, and even plated off with the 16x16 plates. Look at that. But you can now see in comparison what I'm still lacking over on this module. A complete row of bricks up to the point where I can plate it off here. And of course I need to integrate the outside for the Star Destroyer stand into the design. Luckily it is aligned perfectly with this exact row here. This one will be a bit different, and I've also already ordered some parts to integrate that a bit more. But what I want to do now is turn my attention over here, because this walkway is now up to where I wanted it to be. This is where the wall is going to start, and I actually need some kind of an arch or something. I'm gonna have to think about what to do there, but at least I want to now put this brickwork the same way up here, and also go up here so that I can get an idea of how the wall is going to come in front here. So yeah, let's get on to building this part here. And that is also looking a whole lot better than it did before. This was tricky, especially towards the end, because it was difficult to do this without internal structure because, hey, guess what? I'm out of 2x2 bricks. I already ordered more. It should be here in a couple of days. But anyway, I already started here a little bit with the wall. And this was the idea that I had. Like, you know, the path goes up to the wall into the city. I thought that was a pretty cool idea, but well, now I need to figure out how to continue this into the wall. At least I have a little bit of a pattern going, but what's important is I have this and that completely built up to where I want, and now I need to make a wall. But for a wall I need pieces, and guess what? Pieces! So, another unboxing. Let's see about this order. Alright, I very much needed this. A lot of dark orange actually, which I have some dark orange. I don't have certain specific types of bricks because I actually didn't have the simple 2x2 bricks, but now I do in dark orange. I had them in tan, I have them in nougat, but not, you know, in dark orange. I also had 1x6 bricks for dark orange, but I actually was needing some simple 1x4, so I got a bunch of those. Then I have some of these tall bricks. This is very much for the side. This is 1x1x3 high. I had a bunch of 1x1s and I'm already running low on those, so it's good that I have more of these. Then 2x6 in medium nougat. I have been using a lot of these already, and I already have the feeling that I'm going to be needing a lot more, so it's good that I have more in here. I also needed some, you know, specific 1x brick. I needed just simple 1x3 in medium nougat. There you go. 1x3 in the dark orange. And a bit more of those, it seems, in two different packs. That's cool. Also some of these reddish brown slopes for the bottom. I really wanted some of those, so good that they're here. And then I see some 1x2x2 medium nougat brick and more in this bag as well. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of sorting and combining things together. Anyway, simple 1x2 brick in dark orange. Didn't have that, and seems more. Why did they do this in separate bags? So whatever. Anyway, so then we have some dark orange slopes. Some simple dark orange slopes. I actually didn't have those. Anyway, some more 1x2, more slopes in the medium nougat color, 3 tall slopes. Also, yeah, simple medium nougat slopes. I literally have 2 of these left. I have used them a lot already throughout the MOC, and I wanted more, so here you go. And some more of those tall bricks, like 1x2x5. Again, in different bags. It's a good thing that I have a lot of bags over from the past couple of orders. But anyway, that's a lot of stuff to detail the side, the rockwork with. So let's get on that. So after a whole lot of trial and error, I actually made quite a bit of the wall. And I actually put the 2 segments together here, just to give it a bit of an idea, because I have like different designs and I'm still not 100% sure what the best is. So with this one, as you can see, I've used a lot of those very tall medium nougat pieces all the way up until here. Where it hinges, it needs to hinge because it needs to go a little bit more over there. It can't continue straight because that's not how the rockwork goes. That's not how I want it to go. I want it to go on a little bit of an angle over here. And I have something similar over here. Just this is very much brick built. You know, you can see the different colors with the dark orange and the tan. And again, here is a hinge because I wanted to angle that way. So I think this is about all I can do for this week. And here's my question for you. What do you like more? This design number 1, or design number 2? And don't knock this off, please. Anyway, let me know in the comments below what you think of that, because I do think that both of them have like strengths and weaknesses to them. But I need to really figure this one out. So let me know about that in the comments. But that is going to do it for this week. So thank you for tuning in. I'll of course be back next week with another update, and I'm curious if I can actually finish off the wall around the entire thing. But yeah, like the video, subscribe to my channel for more of these Star Wars Lego updates, and until next week, may the Force be with you.